Hey Justin, hope you had a good week. Sorry this is getting you late. Just had a little 8-year anniversary yesterday with the boy, so got a little busy yesterday with work. But I'm really happy with how training went overall. Definitely no complaints. I know I had like a bad deadlift day, but everything else seemed to go very well. I head to the gym after this to do my little safety bar squats. Still aren't my favorite, but I'm getting a little more comfortable with them. Definitely feel it in the quads. Again, this week, major focuses were staying on my feet using the tripod of my foot, and just overall the basics, I guess, with the bracing and the tripod of the foot. I'm happy with how these pause squats went. Definitely no complaints here. I think I was a little quick on my pauses, more quick than usual. But looking back, I mean, it's still a pause. I wouldn't give them all a two count pause. Yeah, happy with how they went. I think just like the previous couple weeks, death by reps with like 4x6s. Really feeling like my cardiovascular system's getting a nice workout, and obviously my muscles feel it too at the end. But it's good. That's good. No complaints. And this is my top set of 295. Extremely happy with how this went. I think it moved fairly well. I don't think it was an 8 in my mind. This big smile was that I may have let a toot slip at the very end, and poor Danielle was spotting right there. But it was all good. First time that's happened. Back also went well. Again, it just was a lot of reps, but we got her done, and it felt pretty good. I do feel like I was bearing the depth on this day, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, I have a lot of people standing in front of my camera this week, so I don't know what that's about, but we're just gonna go with it. I put my phone on a wooden thing, so it's not like extremely obvious. Um, I feel like normal, the bar gets a little more tilted towards the end, but overall, as you would say, it's acceptable. I did do 135 on this day. It was feeling good, and honestly, I know you're gonna yell at me. It was one of those lazy things where like I just didn't have it in me to load 130. And I was benching with Tim, and he was doing 135, so it was definitely a convenience factor, and I know that isn't acceptable, but it is what was done, and we got it done. And bench was feeling pretty good this week, so we'll see how she fares this week. This upcoming week, I should say. Larson press, I think I tried to be a little more appropriate with the weight selection. I think I either did the same or subtracted 5 pounds as last week. I can't remember. Man, these are pretty nasty though. They're like the safety bar squat of bench press in my eyes. They hurt. They hurt so good. My little tempo. Oh, but these are way worse. The tempo benches. I think I could have spent a little more time on my chest on a few of these. Man, these are just like tiring. I love it though. I mean, I really feel like it forces me to hold position longer and like build stamina and just ingrain a good solid bench position. So I'm hoping that it ends up to be effective. And what I really appreciate working with you is that I know you wouldn't. I don't feel like I'm wasting my time with any lifts. I feel like they're there for a reason, and which is very motivating. So it's not that I'm complaining. It's just man, brutal, but I love it. This is a little front view of the tempo. And then coming up, we have our comp bench, which I believe this is my 175 or this is 165. That was 165, I think. That felt really good, really smooth, so I decided this is 175. I'm happy with how this moved. I think this is a bit more of an 8. I think I could have spent a millisecond more on my chest, but I felt like it moved very well and I was very happy with it. And then percentage wise, my back ups ended up being 4x6 at 135, which was definitely a challenge, but we got her done. I felt good about being able to do a 4x6 at 135. So this wasn't the best camera angle ever, so you weren't missing much. I think this is my last set of my 4x6. Yeah, I think whatever we're doing on bench is moving in the right direction. Even Seth said that my position on bench looks like it's improved, like a little bit more mobility with my arch. This was the day I just didn't really feel like being there. My deadlifts felt off, and you are so right. I feel like, and I didn't even think about it during this, which I need to this week when I deadlift. And like now, it's the only thing I can see. My hips are like way too low, and it's like it's not like my deadlift. I think I kind of fixed it on the like that just felt wrong. I think I fixed it on these back offs a little bit. But yeah, I feel like my body's like, oh, we're gonna deadlift, drop those hips because of like the whole sumo thing. These felt and looked better in my opinion because I think my body was kind of like, hey, figure it out. That's not what we're doing. So they felt better once I figured it out, or once I don't even think I was mentally thinking about it. I think my body just automatically adjusted. But warming up in my top set, hips way too low, and it felt like not my deadlift. So we'll fix it this week. Sumos felt good this week. It was nice to get some weight on the bar. It was definitely harder. I can definitely tell in the reps where I don't like focus on really like kind of pulling tension and sitting back. I can feel the difference. I can feel it's not as strong as opposed to like the repetitions that I'm a little more patient on. Yeah, these were kind of brutal. 5x3 at 265. Pause. I'm assuming you meant paused off the ground, so that's kind of what I did. But it was kind of fun to sweat it out, and man, this felt like a leg workout for days. Like it's amazing how little I feel it in um my upper body and back, and how it's like all glutes, quads, and hamstrings. Like, but I felt good the next day. I was surprised I wasn't really sore. I feel a little more comfortable and confident in where my feet and hands are as opposed to the previous week. So it's kind of fun. I'm excited where we can go with this. Similar to bench, I kind of think of like a short lockout when I do this. So that way I like fully lock out my legs and hips. I don't know if that's right, but